Even though this is a work of fiction, termed an act of female imagination, the starting point for Women Talking is what happened in the recent past.
Cue music.
This is Movies First with Alex First.
I refer to events that took place on the Manitoba colony, a remote and isolated Christian community known as Mennonites in Bolivia. Between 2005 and 2009, more than 100 girls and women in the colony awoke to discover they'd been raped in their sleep. The backdrop to that is that a group of men from the colony was spraying an animal anaesthetic into the victims' houses to render them unconscious. Women Talking is based on the seventh novel by Canadian writer Miriam Towers, published in 2018. It centred around a secret meeting in a hayloft of 8 women from the colony, who must decide on behalf of the other women of the colony how to react to the traumatic events I described. Importantly, time is on the hop. They have only 48 hours to reach a decision before the colony men, who are away to post bail for the rapists, return. The film, set in 2010, is written by Sarah Polly and Toes and is skillfully directed by the former. Women Talking is a searing indictment of men, violent, controlling and manipulative men. It's a film that drip feeds information to form the full picture of why these women have been pushed to the point they are. They fear the consequences of leaving, of never again being able to see the children left behind, and of turning their backs on God. But they also fear the consequences of staying, of more violence, of more control and manipulation. A small audience film, it's slow-moving but mighty powerful. It's characterised by a well-considered and developed script, strong performances by 3 generations, fine cinematography, evocative lighting, think shards of light entering the hayloft as exemplifying that, and a memorable soundtrack. I was so impressed by the ensemble of actors who filled the primary roles, not a misstep amongst them. They're fiery, strong, vulnerable and apologetic. Clashes are vitriolic. Claire Foy as Salome is forceful and has every reason to be. Her characters past and present are horrific. In fact, that's the truth of all these women and their offspring. Rooney Mara is among the most accommodating as owner. She's not out to offend, to push buttons, but still manages to do so. Ben Whishaw mesmerises as schoolteacher August, brought in to take minutes of the clandestine meeting, as these women don't read or write. He only recently returned to the fold. We find out why as the film develops. August has always had a soft spot for Ona and is deeply sympathetic to the women's plight. Frances McDormand plays only a small role as Scarface Jans, but as always is enormously impactful. She need not say a thing. Her ashen face speaks volumes as her presence looms large. Women Talking is a heart-wrenching, insightful piece of movie-making, set to leave a lasting impression on those who choose to see it. It scores an 8 out of 10.
You've been listening to Movies First with Alex First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.